This is a sewage shade? Rude. Excuse me, did I tell you this was supposed to be the slander stream? We're supposed to be sad that these are in the bottom. Be sad! It's hard to get into the top 10. You have to be very special. Anyone who hates like normcore, they're going to this list. Happy New Year. Ew, math. Ban them. Ban Jessica. Listen, if you don't like math, I will admit neither did I. Like all through high school. But then I realized you could apply data and data management to real world things that I'm really interested in. And I was like,
oh shit, this is fun.
This is the Holo Taco 2023 data year in review. I do this every year. I was a data analyst for like 10 years and continue to kind of be one on the side basically. And I also love nail polish and my brand Holo Taco. Okay, tea check. Guys, grab your tea and just chill. We're not gonna freak out over it, right? I also wanna give a huge shout out to Shopify for sponsoring this very important business data stream. More on that later. All right, let's go. Hey Sally, how you doing? Good to see you again this year. Yeah, nice to have you. Okay, let's talk about the research questions. This information is really important for me and the team to get some key takeaways that help inform the future of what we do. Use customer feedback, sales data, combination of all those mixed methods to help tell us like what are people's color preferences, formula preferences, what bundles are they liking, and also considering what to phase out when you take all of that into account. Because you can't keep everything forever, you know? You gotta make room for new stuff. High level, it's really important for you just to know that there's multiple different ways to extract this data that will yield a different result with what ends up on top. If we look at individual sales, which is basically what shades are people choosing to pick up on their own. That metric is slightly discriminatory in a good way because it's like the person is choosing, I want this one and this one. That's an affirmative yes. As opposed to when you're purchasing collections, I don't know if you liked or you wanted the yellow in that collection, right? Usually you didn't. No matter the method, there will be limitations. Are you ready for the top 10 sellers of 2023 by individual bottles, excluding bottles sold in bundles and collection sets? Let's go! Number 10, Modest Moss. Woo! Okay. Woohoo! We got a cram in the top. And it's not black or white. This makes me happy because I was not expecting this. I thought this was like a casual green for like the casual green users. To see a green in the top 10 is unheard of because our customers hate nature. Did you know this? Last year, all they did was hate nature. What is this? This green hate? You hate plants. Do you hate the grass, limes, frogs, trees? You hate nature. We've matured. Have we matured?
About that?
Are we going for more like sophisticated crams and green and branching out? Let's move on to number 9, Disco Dust Taco. Woo! Okay, like, yes. Every year there's toppers in the top 10. Every year. Okay, it's impossible for Holo Taco to exist without toppers in the top 10. It's a multi-purpose universal topper in that it's like got all the rainbows and colors. So if you're kind of have analysis paralysis and you don't know what to put on your nails, you go for everything taco, which is another really good example of like something similar. But in the reflective category, you go for Disco Dust Taco, right? So it's a really great rainbow. Give me a little bit of everything. I don't know what I want, but just make it sparkly. What do we have in store for number 8? What? Excusez-moi. C'est quoi ça? Cracked taco shell? Go on, make fun of it. Go on, slander. You have 1 minute to slander the cracked taco shell. Let's go. Get it out. No recounts. I recounted like 3 times. I know. I checked the numbers. This is correct. It evokes like a nostalgic feeling. Hello, everyone who's in like my age range who like wore this when they were a teenager. And then now all Gen Zs are like, oh my God, cracked taco. I love distressed and looking undone, you know? Let's move on to something that is probably more universally agreed upon to be in the top 10. Blushed ice. Ooh. So pretty. Love that for her. Good for her. I'm wearing her now. Oh, she's a beauty. She's a classy lady. This was the blushy, kind of slightly peachy shade in the Crushed Holo Barista bundle, which was released in January. Collection made browns pretty. Wow, we love that. What do you think is next? The one, the only, Spare Fingers. Sophia! Cheers, Sophia. The shade is insane. Love this one. That's my fave. I expected the shade to be higher, so if you look at the data, including collection boxes, then it would be. If we had Spirit Fingers available all year round, then yeah, it would be at the top. Not surprising, it's so pretty. I need this in other colors. What other colors? Do tell. Before we move on to the top 5 shades, let's talk about how I was even able to pull this data. And that's thanks to Shopify, the wonderful sponsor of this stream. Shopify is an easy-to-use, all-in-one commerce platform that helps people start, grow, and manage their own business, including us. We've used Shopify since day one to power our business at Holo Taco. Regardless of technical abilities, it's easy to use and has intuitive analytics and tools. They've got innovative back-end features like real-time sales analytics that track where in the world customers' orders are coming in from, to the core essentials like updating the website with new listings, pictures, descriptions. Shopify gives us the tools we need to get gritty on analytics so we can better understand our business and our customers, which is incredibly important to me. Everyone here knows that I love data and I love asking chat or sending out email surveys to better understand what customers want. But sometimes you say things like you want yellow polishes, but then you don't buy yellow nail polish. And Shopify data doesn't lie to me. It tells me that you don't buy yellow nail polish. We'll get to that later. So join Holo Taco and millions of other merchants and grow your business with Shopify. Use my link shopify.com/simplynailogical to start your free trial today. A huge shout out to Shopify for sponsoring this stream. And now let's get to the top 5 best-selling Holo Tacos of 2023. That bitch! Woo! We're seeing another Sophia. Now you might be wondering why Bat Bitch was just above Spirit Fingers. And the reason for that is quite simple, just stock limits, right? We were able to make more Bat Bitch. That's it. It's Sophia style. It's sophisticated. It's a little mysterious. It's a bit different than what we do than our like average formula. What do we got for number 4? Not Milky White. Woo! Okay, she's been in the top 10 forever, every year. Classic, she's essential. People use her as a base for nail art. People use her to do French tips. Everyone needs a white, looks good under crackle. Yes, it makes my teeth look great. Don't put it on your teeth. Number 3, we're going to the top 3 best-selling Holo Tacos of 2023. Oh, Couture, woo! No one is surprised. She is universally loved. She is an icon. The palest shade of our barista shades. I wore it for my wedding. It is a really lovely, like, wedding shade, yeah. Number 2, Ball and Flake Taco. Woohoo! Damn, people were really just pulling her off the shelves. Pleasantly surprised that this one really like hit it. But I didn't think it would be this high. I think maybe it's because this is our one and only multi-chrome flake taco. That paired with the fact that it was fall when this was launched and everyone was really loving the fall cozy creme with this topper vibe. The number 1 best-selling Holo Taco polish of 2023 was the one, the only, One Coat Black. Woo! Some respect on her. Get some black hearts in the chat. Literally the first nail polish we launched is still number 1. She actually launched the brand herself, not me. It was just One Coat Black. And for going on 5 years, she is our number 1 best-selling nail polish ever. I buy her 2 times a year. That's a lot. It takes a long time to use a whole bottle of nail polish, right? Just for nail art, it's great for toppers. It is great for toppers. I use it every time to demo a topper. Nail salons hate her. Oops. It's Simply's favorite topper. Let's not confuse them. Summary, everything on this graph, except for One Coat Black and Not Milky White, was released in 2023. People want to buy the new things, right? There's approximately like 170 nail polishes that were in circulation at some point in 2023, which means that this list is the top 5%. It's hard to get into the top 10. You have to be very special. If you compare last year's results with this year, 2 things are exactly the same, which is One Coat Black and Not Milky White, which were actually in the top 10 3 years in a row, even from 2021. Now, if I were to expand the top 10 chart for 2023 to like 30 or 40-ish, you will still see the same shades. Everything Taco is actually number 11. So if you extend this by 1, you would see Everything Taco right there. What if we did this data differently? So if you include collection sets, bundles, and individual purchases, it basically becomes a function of collection boxes that we just made the most of and things that were in a bundle. It's still important to recognize that, like, yes, Sophia overall, she did amazing. She did incredible. The royalty trio also did amazing and incredible, and we had really good stock on that. And then Haute Couture is like the only one that actually snuck in. Then you have Life in Plastic, and if I were to extend this slide, you would see all the other retro shades. This is the prettiest bar graph ever. This is just a bar graph of Sophia and royalty. There's your purples / pinks. But what I decided to do was to come up with my own methodology check. And so this is my
Simply's version.
what I think really did the most this year for 2023. I'm considering strong bundle sales, but also strong individual sales. I'm looking at shades, trying to control for out of stock ceilings. I'm also taking into account customer feedback and social reception. This feels more accurate, Mom. This makes more sense. The It Girlies. Looks good. Love your explanations. Justice for Glamethyst. Yeah. I couldn't put, you can't put everything in here. This is the problem. Royal Crush has sold the most, and that was clearly the most anticipated shade from the Holo Royalty collection. Whole Beans sold out first, but we also made the least of her. But the rate of sale was actually quite surprising, so I do want to put her in the top 10 for that reason. I'm also putting Modest Moss in there to respect the individual statistics. Fallen Flake, Disco Dust, absolutely. Everything Taco has to be in the top 10. It's in the top 11 of the technical data, but it is still probably one of the most used toppers actually. Let's do a poll. Do you agree with the top 10? And 82% agree. 18% aren't listening to class. Are you ready? It's time to mourn. If there's a top 10, there's gonna be a bottom 10. That's how math works. Hold hands, hold your cat. While we are using music for dramatic effect, do not actually feel bad, is my disclaimer. Do not actually evoke emotions of depression, okay? Coming in at number 10, it's Green Taffy. No one is shocked, no one is surprised. But despite her wonderful, really vibrant, holographic linear flare and beautiful coverage basically in one coat, she's the number 10 worst selling polish. What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, hello, isn't it St. Patrick's Day in a few months? Where are my Irish people? You better buy up. Let's go. What is wrong with you? This is not the first time we've seen her in the bottom. What do you think came in at number 9? How about another green? No one wanted to use their payday on this shade. Yeah, they were like, I'm gonna buy Haute Couture instead. Let's make these in the top next week. Yeah, good luck. I dare you. It's so sad. You know what's even more sad? Number 8, more green. Number 8 is sadly Full Charge. This one is a linear hollow. Again, incredible formula. No one can tell me otherwise. S-tier formula. What is wrong with the youth of today? Nobody wants to touch grass. Even though I'm not asking you to go outside, stay on your computer, stay here. But you can touch grass by painting your nails green, and you don't even want to do that? Let's move on to another angle of nature. Coming in at number 7 is Burnt Bridges. These sales have crashed and burned. Although the Dark Rainbow collection did really well, since then, like, no one has bought Burnt Bridges alone. We are all idiots, I agree. I was hoping this year would be different. Brown is a part of nature. If you look down at the soil, if you go outside sometimes, not in Canada right now, but other places in the world that have sun currently, my customers hate nature every year. So you're sorry, mother? Yes, you better be. Say you're sorry in the chat. Let's go. I am accepting apologies. Do we have to make an apology video? That's optional. The next one has never ended up on the bottom list, nor has anything like it. And I am shocked and disappointed. A fucking unicorn skin? Qu'est-ce que fuck? What was I saying like 20 minutes ago? That Holo Taco does so well with our toppers? Okay, right. Now no one will believe me. Who are you people? Is it because it's blue? I'm mad. Who rigged this data? You did. With your non-purchases. maybe people were like,
Oh, I'm gonna buy some shimmers instead of unicorn skins, you know?
that might have contributed to less people buying Sonic unicorn skin, which is not the same because one is a unicorn skin with a larger iridescent flake like this, and the other is a very fine uniform looking shimmer. When you put this one, which is blue color at its core, over top of a light color, it ends up yellow. And my customers hate yellow. It really do be looking like yellow snow. I will not apologize. Biggest disappointment of the data simply. This was a shock. Coming in at number 5, worst sellers at Holo Taco, Encryption Key. Take a look at her. She's actually really pretty, right? like you can't even tell me this is an ugly color. This is not an ugly color. This is so normal person coded color, actually. Like I was just in Florida, okay? All the ladies of Florida love this kind of corally, orangey, pinky, shimmery, beautiful, sunrisey color. Not my customers. They hate it because it reminds them of nature. Isn't like peach the Pantone color of the year? Not that I care at all, but like, you see what I mean? Pantones don't matter. I wear Encryption Key all the time. You and you alone. Like I will have to sue for emotional distress. Red is not my thing. Good thing it's not red. Are you ready for the top 2? I mean, top 4. Where are we? What number is this? Oh my God, there's still 4 more to go. No, I can't take it anymore. No! Emotional damage. Coming in at number 4, orange drink. She's been here every year. No one likes oranges or Florida or the sun, the outdoors. Again, an amazing, incredible formula. What do you have against vitamin C? Check with your doctor. Are you taking all the vitamins that you need? Y'all got scurvy? Okay, pull yourselves together. We're gonna get through it, maybe. Third selling polish is amber apathy. I am apathetic to your sales purchasing behavior. I am choosing to ignore it, actually, as I move forward into the next year of planning. This is a sewage shade. It looks like puke. Okay. Rude. This is a gothic antique chartreuse and it's hollow. It's giving pollution vibes. Excuse me, did I tell you that this was supposed to be the slander stream? Okay, I thought we're supposed to be sad. We're supposed to be sad that these are in the bottom. Not happy, be sad. Goth here, I'll claim her, thank you. Anyone who hates like normcore, they're going to this list. I'm not like other nails. Ew, light pink, ew. Let's get to number 2. Another yellow. Now we have Lemon Sucker, which is the vibrant yellow from the OG Rainbow Linear collection. Released back in June 2020. No one wants to remember that year. Maybe that's the problem. Yeah, sales have sucked pretty much since she was released. It looks radioactive. That's why it's cool. Here, let's do a poll. You gotta explain yourselves. Have you purchased a rainbow bundle and worn the yellow linear alone as a full mani? Like this applies to dark rainbow, OG rainbow, and pastel rainbow. 24% said yes, which is less than the 34% who said no. And I bet you if I asked this question and said like, have you purchased a rainbow bundle and worn the purple linear alone as a full mani, you would have more people saying the yes. And coming in last place for the worst selling Holo Taco of 2023 is Lemon Spritzer. Boo. Why? You're just wrong. But this is actually interestingly wrong because I would have thought Lemon Sucker would have been the worst because it's like bolder, more annoying yellow. Lemon Spritzer is a little more understated because it's the pastel version, but it's the worst selling shade. It's weird. It looks moldy. It's on my wish list. Well, that's not good enough. I'm not sad. How did this do worse than Not Pressed? Because Not Pressed was new this year. And if you noticed, all of these were not new this year. We tried to save it with this. The Ripening Holo Banana Bundle. This is basically the worst selling bundle. We tried. You were just wrong. Nobody likes bananas, apparently. See, these 12 reviews, it was all Ben. Are you surprised? Is this what you expected? What do you think of the color palette? You kind of got a gradient. I'm Holo royalty because I have 7 of these. Do you have any of the bottom 10 sellers? You want to see what it looks like every year? 2021, 22, 23, using the same methodology. Every color palette is the same. We've got nature 30% have all 10 of them, 23% have 5 to 9 of them, 28% have 1 to 4, and 20% said no, ew. I would like to announce awards for the bottom sellers. First up, we've got 3-time bottom 10 seller champions. Everybody hates you. What does it feel like? Let us know. Survived! Pulled out of the bottom 10. Let's get a huge round of applause. Love to see no frosted metal hate this year. And now we have business to discuss. Deciding what to retire isn't just about the bottom 10 sellers. Okay, stop stalling. No. You are gonna listen to me. This is important context you require, because anyone who watches this without context will just scream, "Why?" on social media, but that's not you. You are listening. What you've seen is only the bottom 10 individual sales in a narrow methodology. That's it. There's more data that we analyze and do. We look at bundle performance. We do more granular data. There's also factors that are out of our control, restock challenges, that maybe there's pigment inconsistencies, all these other operational things that are not presented in the data that might contribute why something could be retired. We also look at customer reviews and feedback, which is incredibly important from a qualitative perspective. I feel like I'm giving like a eulogy. Okay, and the 10 shades retiring from Holo Taco as of today are Fairy Tale, Trophy Life, Full Charge, Here for the Payday, Lemon Spritzer, Aquafoil, Frostlight, Fake Date, Queen's Curse, and Encryption Key. I do want to just, be your mother instead of your teacher for a second here and say, like, these are being phased out like for a reason. And if you don't like them, if you don't like this color or this shade, like you don't have to buy it. You know what I mean? Everyone take a big breath. When is the final exam? The final exam is ongoing. You are always being evaluated on your purchasing decisions. It's the exam that never ends. Yes, it goes on and on, my friends. Some people started retiring shades not knowing which ones will go, and they'll continue retiring. It's so sad, but something's gotta go. When's the next release? In February. What can we anticipate from Holo Taco in 2024? Lots of really cool stuff. We've got some formulas that you've been asking for, but we've also got diversity in collections to like give you a little bit of fun stuff, which people really loved that this year. You already saw a couple sneak peeks during our 12 days of Christmas, right? Going to be a customer appreciation sale, of course. And we'll aim to do that in the first half of this year. Although it makes me sad to see all these shades are retiring, it makes me excited for what's to come. Thank you, Samantha. Me too. Why 10 discontinues this year versus previous years? Well, was it 8 or 10 last year? It was 8, and then this year it was 10. But I need to remind you that every year we've launched between 50 and 65, something like that, nail polishes. So theoretically, like, I need to be discontinuing increasingly more every year in order to accommodate like the catalog not getting too ridiculous. My original list of retirees was 20 polishes long. Well, you're welcome. I didn't do it. So we can all calm down. As I struggle with like wanting to do this kind of stuff for you, give you this information, do transparency, accompany our some major business decisions, whatever. It's really regular business decisions. Every company discontinues stuff all the time without announcement, okay? No one does this. I am stupid. Just trying to also keep this entertaining and engaging and communication with the customer base and this audience, which I value so much in terms of their opinion and being able to participate in things that we do at Holo Taco. A huge shout out again to Shopify for sponsoring this stream. This data is literally from the store, which is powered by Shopify. And that concludes Holo Taco's sales report of 2023. Thank you so much for listening and joining. I hope you learned a lot this year, and here's to 2024, where we're gonna have even more exciting releases. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see y'all later.